like isn't any room, for anything else. So most importantly, it is, so important to have renunciation as the basis.
Nina that Sanji metal Karsana, that the Chuji want something Bundo Hores, and you can't Chuji Yura. What is on Lieutenant Sanji metal, Yarn Toriji, Maran Sonji, Tendu, then Cham Kuran Cham the Hores. Or say and do that, Karis and the Magom, Meta and Magom Laris, Meta Gomgo Hores. Or the Meta Gomma, taken is. 제당가서 등산제 무좀 소화하고 어스데고 지보요를 하든 연용띠 연용창으로 쇼다.
Yeah, oh, that's so
소화디 야보 못들이 오는들이 연용스페 연용창으로. 연용가서 sel라쇼와 다서서랑 연용요 만다표로. 대시요 연용요 말지. 어다든 전주기나 태송을 현지 동아를 연태안에서 현지 동아를 연태안요. 현양 동아를 연태안에서 현양 동아를 연태안에서 저게 직파 시와시 어도 동아르 저와지나 동아르 요바 하고 저와지나 직파서는 나자정으로 왕아라서 나자서 파시토 그래스 코르바발라 닝제제스 코르베스인잖아 닝제제 그래스 나라서 어ත네 데일란즈 게라가스 어때 딕파반즈미야 개발 조비아도 가그레스 어때 두테 동아르디스 아제나 연중디스 저 하고서나 대연태한테 요래 정도와 Oh, then that what Tantric said.
And so so then it says, with respect to the first, the Dharma going toward the Dharma, throughout beginningless lifetimes, all of the Dharma we have engaged in has gone toward the 8 worldly concerns, and therefore it is not gone toward the Dharma. So it is saying here that it's not actually that we haven't accumulated a great deal of virtue. Throughout all of our lifetimes in samsara, we've accumulated a lot of virtue, but we're still not Buddhas. We still haven't attained enlightenment. And why is that? It's because, in part, it's due to a lack of sufficient renunciation. And so for that reason, all of this virtue keeps kind of getting recycled in samsara. It goes toward, the manifestations of the 8 worldly concerns. So sometimes, we go up into higher realms. Sometimes we go down into the lower realms. And so what is the antidote to this, or what is the fault that is the cause? And it says here in the text, the fault of this has been the failure to meditate on impermanence. So then the way to reverse this, or to avoid, kind of put an end to this pattern, is through really deeply meditating upon the truth of impermanence. And these days, it's difficult to have really deep renunciation, in part because we're so comfortable. We have so much, we have like a relatively, pretty good standard of living. Things are comfortable. We have a lot of enjoyments. And so this is also, what is the case for the gods in the god realms. The reason, why the gods have too much pleasure, and so therefore there's no renunciation. So also in Shantideva says in the Bodhicharya Avatara that the presence of some degree of suffering is a great quality. Why? Because it causes us to become disenchanted, to feel a sense of disenchantment with samsara, and it purifies obscurations through the experience of suffering. Obscurations are cleared away or purified, and it also has the quality of helping us to empathize with others in samsara, so we give rise to compassion for sentient beings in samsara. And it also motivates us to accumulate virtue and to purify non-virtue or negativity. And so these are the qualities of actually, being confronted with or experiencing suffering.
我的没大嘛光本来种多几件种东西，我开始那俺能做这种没大些的忙不就有了哇，没大些其中几件能去身边些，他别家这种的这些把忙不就种有了哇，其中几件咱们他我能去身边上的，多对错让这样怎么也不讲的，让你过去怎么当过的是，我他让干巴他可是一些的，熊巴他可是一些的让你熊啥，我他这里怎么当这让也让去玩一把他好可呀。我这里怎么当呢？我的那前提是这讲的两年时呢，说这我那块穷着特别，我今天去记住嘛，穷当特别，但可是呢，它有的每年的top course，我这怎么的帮呀？个里看过的，和的那我要嘛的，你那他做的是什么穷当这什么的就了就去当。我这里去他们那呢，냠내 마타도 챔바시 냠내도 뭐 로토 그레스. 어때 다리에 지단다 냠아이 나다 제 대시 오나 제 라이바. 시다 인gen요 말라이바. 다다 가서 단어테 누가지요. 인터넷에서 마타 연구지야 투소 거나요. 요 말어. 听过这얘기 계속 듣는 거니. 무슨 말. 어다 트레이터스 시대 가서.
맞습니다.
어떤 this triangle.
And so here, the instruction that Lord Jigten Sumgön has for us is that we should really value and spend time meditating or reflecting upon the truth of impermanence. So there are lots of ways to do so. There are all the different kind of contemplations that are mentioned in the text, like contemplating the impermanence of the outer container, contemplating the impermanence of the contents, the inner content, the outer container being like the earth and the universe, the outer environment or the world, and the inner contents being sentient beings. But in brief, Lord Jigten Sumgön says most effective is to reflect on an impermanence in a way that we can really, where it really kind of hits us. Like for instance, thinking about those who are close to us that we know, who have died, or seeing the expressions of impermanence that we see in our close surroundings, or in our with regard to among our friends and our loved ones, and seeing how many people do we know or have we heard of that have died, people who are older, people who are younger, in all sorts of situations, and so when we really reflect on this, then we become certain, okay, I'm bound to die. I will definitely die, and this is not so far off necessarily. And so when we get to that place of really feeling the truth of impermanence, then we can also kind of direct our thoughts in such a way that we feel really resolute about not letting our life go to waste and really applying ourselves in Dharma practice. Like now we have a precious human life with the leisures and endowments, and so really feeling determined not to just be idle or to let it go to waste. And the benefit of reflecting on impermanence in this way is that it causes the Dharma. This is what the sort of remedy or the cause, the main factor for Dharma becoming the Dharma, or Dharma actually being true Dharma. And it also then diminishes those 8 worldly concerns. And the 8 worldly concerns are there for everyone, and everyone sort of wants to be important, everybody wants to be recognized, everyone wants to have a high name. And so it's not, it's a very kind of natural tendency that everybody shares, and maybe we can't uproot it or overcome those kinds of thoughts and motivations completely, but we can at least cause them to diminish, really be aware and conscious of them and work on causing them to become less and And so, you know, again, one of these obstacles to really having renunciation is a great deal of comfort and enjoyments. And then Drupal Rinpoche said, and especially now we have like extra difficulty because of the internet, because we spend so much time, you know, on the internet and distracted by our devices. And so this makes it even more difficult to really put our mind toward the Dharma and to develop these qualities such as renunciation. And so he just wants to give like a little bit of teaching, so we'll leave it here. And since, you know, there's not a ton of time, and then and so we can continue with the mantra recitation, and those of you who need to go use the facilities, go to the restroom, you know, please feel free to do so, and we'll also start preparing the sok. So we'll do the mantra, go back to the mantra recitation. Vajrayogini
Sarvam Buddha-dakineya Vajrayogini Sarvam Buddha Easy. Sarvam Buddham Rakine Banzavanane Banzalerozane 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 Sarvam
From the bomb light radiates and the outer world and contents melt to light, which are absorbed into my body. I dissolve from the bottom and top into light, which dissolves into bomb. The body of the bomb then dissolves into its head and its crescent moon, then into the Tigli and Nada, which becomes luminous and luminous. Once again, clearly with one face and two arms and the illusion-like form of Vajrayogini, I arise.
that's what.
Okay, so now they're gonna chakra. Oh, actually, are we all on the same? I think. So 35.
35.
Oh, so first we do the handoff, right? $35. 35. In the center, Om and Bum transform into a red Vajra Varahi. Hang and Yom become blue Yamini. Rim and Mom become white Mohini. Rim then yellow Samchalini. Hong becomes green Samdrasini. And Pepe the smoky Chandika. On the fingers from Om high is white Vajrasattva. From Namahi arises yellow Vairocana. And from Soha, who is Arvabhava Vishvara. From Bokahe arises a deep blue Heruka. Hong Ho transforms and becomes orange Vajra Surya. And from Pepe there comes a green Hayagriva. Argam Bhadyam Pushpe Dube Aloke Gande Nivede Shabda Pratitya Soha. The glorious Vajradakini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The Dakinis who reside upon lotus petals in four directions, Dakini Lama Kandoroha, and Rupini to all you four great skyfarers I also humbly bow.
Om Bam Om Ahum Ayo Om Ahum Shem Om Ahum Shem Om Ahum Om Om Ahum Pi Om Ahum Om Ha Om Ahum Namahe Om Ahum Soha Om Ahum Vakate Om Ahum Om Ahum Pepe Ahum Om Bam Om Ahum Ayo Om Ahum Shem Om Ahum Shem Om Ahum Om Ahum Pepe Om Ahum Om Ha Om Ahum Namahe Om Ahum Soha Om Ahum Vakate Om Ahum Om Ahum Pepe Om Om Benzara Sadhu Samaya Manubalaya Benzara Sadhu Dinoba Tisa Me Baba Sudokayo Me Baba Sudokayo Me Baba Anuratu Me Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Paraiza Sarva Karma Sutta Me Zedam Hiyam Kuru Sarva Gata Gata Banzarama Munze Banzara Baba Maha Samaya Sadhu Om Ahum Om Ahum.
The deities on my hand dissolve into the state of emptiness. Ramyam come burn up, disperse and cleanse all impurities, faults and defects of the Gana chakra offices in a Kapala on top of a hearth of skulls replete with wind and fire are the so contents as the essence of the 5 meats and the 5 nectars. As the wind blows, the fire is kindled, and they all become the nature of the 5 objects of the sense pleasures. From the syllables Om, Ah, and Hum, white, red, and deep blue light issues forth, transforming them into an ocean of undefiled, bright, gleaming nectar. Om, Ah, Hum, Ah, Om, Ah, Hum, Ah, Om, Ah, Hum, Ah, Bliss gone Almighty Vajradhara, and to all of the Kagulamas I offer this ocean of nectar as the Gana chakra offering to Jetson Vajravarahi and the hosts of Yidams of 4 Tantras. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana chakra offering to Dakas and Dakinis from the 24 great sites and 3 abodes. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana chakra offering to Dharma gods Mahakala and Dharmapala Sachi and the like. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana chakra offering to oceans of oath-bound attendants and all treasure guards and local gods. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana chakra offering. May broken samayas be repaired. May misdeeds and defilements be cleansed. May fruits of the 3 kayas be gained. Please be fulfilled and please grant to us the empowerments and attainments.
Om Guru Deva Dagini Dharma Bala Sabare
Vara Kana Chakra Puja. As all seen phenomena are pure, cast away thinking that they are not. In the co-emergent essence where Brahmins, dogs, and outcasts merge partake. The dharmas of the bliss gone ones are priceless, free of desire and stainless. To that essence fully devoid of dualistic grasping I humbly bow. sabha samaya manubalaya Baja sabha deno bhati shadiro me bhava Sudokayo me bhava Subhokayo me bhava Anurado me bhava Sarva siddhi me bhayata Sarva karma sutta me Tishanjine guru Ahaho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajrama Memunza Vajre Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu
So what we can do that. Ja, det är nog samma. Det är det är långt.
Oceans Dadumdi
Akarum Kam Sarva Dharma
Nandada Om
Ahum Besova Akarum Kam Sarva Dharma Adenuve Nandada Om Ahum Besova Akarum Kam Sarva Dharma Adenuve Nandada Om Ahum Besova.
Oceans of Dakinis with your chords, those who have arisen from mantra, those arisen from pure Buddha fields, and all those arisen from karma, roamers of holy sites and graveyards, ghosts and all learning these remainders, come here and enjoy these splendorous scraps. Please help us, yogis and retinues, to pacify adverse conditions and obstacles. Help us to achieve the four enlightened activities. Sarva kaka kai kai Ucita balinga ucita balinga.
I'll go back. PJ. PJ 29. PJ 29. Three minutes. Too much. Too much. Om Kendra Rohi Om Ge Om Sabhava Shuddha Sabhava Dharma Sabhava Shuddha.
From within the state of emptiness, a top wind fire and a hearth of skulls, is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Mubirachu and arise the 5 ambrosial nectars, from Nagokuha and appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this Samaya and wisdom merge, and the nectar becomes a vast sea. Pam Kagulamas Yidam deities of the 4 tantras, especially Vajrayogini and the whole rest, emanations and the multitudes of secondary emanations, all the 5 classes of Dakinis. I invite these guests to the Torma. No Vajra All the guests have Vajra tongues of light, through which they draw nectar and enjoy. Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dagini Sabhare Vara Imam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dagini Sabhare Vara Imam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dagini Sabhare Vara Imam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Sarva Tata Gata Vajra Varahi Sabhare Vara Argam Pratishta Sudupe Aloke Gende Nuvede Shakta Pratishta. conquered, becoming great compassion's display, thus achieving all beings' benefit. To Sri Vajrayogini I bow.
Om Kendaro He Hong He Om Subhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Subhava Shuddhoham. From within the state of emptiness, a top wind fire and a hearth of skulls, is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Mubira, Shu and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars. From Nagoguha and Da appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this samaya and wisdom merge, and the nectar becomes a vasi. Ishvara and others of the sword, guardians of the directions with their retinues, are all invited. Om Dashadika Lokapala Saparivara Argam Varyam Bhujvedube Aloke Gande Nirede Shagaprati. Sarva Siddhi me prayatsantu yate bam yate kata buddhata bhivata zikrata mate tramata mama sarva kardaya sasukam vishuddhaya sahayika bhavantu. Buddha Veda Pishaza Umada Amamaranda Kandra Kine Mambalinde Nandu Samaya Rajandu Savasiddhi Medraya Santu Yateva Sarvaya Charasya Sabuddha Veda Vishasa Umada Amaranda
Kadaginaya Daya Nimam Balengrehanandu Samaya Rakshantu Mama Sarva Siddhi Mebraya Santu Yate Vam Yate Katra Pudzata Devata Zegrata Madhita Mama Sarva Kartaya Sesukam Vishudaya Sahaya Bhavantu Om Eswara. Om spirits guarding the directions and local protectors, gods and nagas, spirits bringing harm and rakshasas, phantoms and those beings who feed on flesh, hungry ghosts and crazy making ones, forces who inflict forgetfulness, and swarms of mamos and dakinis. Take this torma as a proper gift and assist us yogins in our aim to accomplish great awakening, pacify all adverse conditions, along with danger and injury. Help us to successfully fulfill the four enlightened activities.
Banzara Samaya Manubalaya Banzaheruga Dino Parati Chandredo Me Baba Sudokayo Me Baba Anurato Me Baba Subokayo Me Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Prayanza Sarva Karma Sutsame Zezam Shiryan Kuru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavana Bhajaheruka Mame Munzaheruka Maha Samaya Syado Om Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha. Page 35.
Jigtimbanam. So in the second line, all the worldly deities depart. All the worldly deities depart to their individual abodes. The wisdom beings dissolve into me.
Om Page 43.
Page 43. 43.
Om Benza Varahe Argam Padinza Soha. Om Benza Varahe Padin Padinza Soha. Om Benza Varahe Bhushe Padinza Soha. Om Benza Varahe Dubhe Padinza Soha. Om
soha. Om Benza Varahe Nivede Bardeza soha. Om Benza Varahe Shaka. The glorious Vajrayogini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The reliability of the deity and truth of Samaya, and the supreme authenticity of the words of her enlightened speech. By the power of these truths may I be held in your care, Supreme Goddess. May there be true plentiful well-being, no sickness and wholesomeness of mind. May we perfectly reach our desires, liberation and the like, and may abundant excellence be attained. Okay. May there be the auspiciousness of indivisible Vajradhara, with the 7 limbs, and he who bears the name Tili and Supreme Scholar, Naropa, and the one who speaks to languages, the Dharma, Lord Marpa, and all lineage lamas of union. May there be the auspiciousness of Varahi, mother of all Buddhas, all the cities without exception of enlightened body, speech, and mind, attained by my siblings gathered here, the Vajra body of deathlessness, ornamented with the marks and signs, and attaining Vajradhara state. Okay, so we'll do the dedication. Gabar Gotsui Ayore. So the Dagdang Korde or Mare Dorje Changjin. Oh, okay, Lasso. So the Jigten Sumgan dedication prayer on page 17, right? Yeah. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind root and lineage lamas, divine assembly of Yedams and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Yogins, Yoginis, and Dakinis, dwelling in the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, and the innate root of virtue, not result in the 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Shravaka or Pratyeka Buddha, may all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructors who harm, misleading maras, and the hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such, and the pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo. Oh, actually, we can do some mantra recitation because we still have a little bit of time. Om, 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 Sarva Buddha Daginiya, Vajravananiya, Vajraverozaniya, Om, Be, 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 Soha,
Sa
Sarvam Buddha Gene Banzavanani Banzamiruzani Om Pi 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 So yeah, break.
So, thank you. So we take a dinner break now.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.